Says we're live.
It says we're live. Dang. We are without producer Brad tonight. We're out playing hooky, Kevin. It's just us and the studio, and we're hitting buttons. Maybe this is even working. I don't know.
There's no parental supervision tonight.
No parental supervision. We'll see in a second. Maybe somebody I'll get a text or something if this is actually working. I don't know. Hopefully it's on YouTube. Apparently, in order to stream live on X, Kevin, which I still call Twitter, you have to have a premium account. What's that cost these days? Is that $8 or something like that?
It's not in the budget part.
Yeah, corporate would never approve that. So anyway, hey, look, I see somebody tuned in. So apparently it is working for someone somewhere out there. Okay. Well, anyway, this is all for our amusement anyway. We're just going to talk baseball for a little bit. I guess I should welcome everyone to Kevin. I looked this up. This is season 9. We've now been doing a podcast for 9 years. This is a 9th season of Charlotte baseball that we have podcasted about. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. Lots of ball games over that time period, but it doesn't seem that like 9 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just as young and spry as I was when we began this. This is a little bit of a throwback, doing this on Sunday night. That's when we used to record when we started Sunday night. So, yep. Just and this will be posted. This will be archived later. So anybody that we kind of decided to do this at the last second. So if you missed it live, you'll be able to watch it back later. So it's just us hanging out. Yeah. So season 9, episode 1, Diamond Niners. Well, we're still calling it Diamond Niners Weekly, even though we're 2 weeks into the season and we haven't done a show yet. There is a reason for that. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, welcome in. I'm Nick, joined as always by Kevin.
I'm Kevin. What's up? How's it going on today?
And we are, as we said, without parental supervision tonight. Okay. So yeah, we have not done a show yet this season. We usually do like a preseason show sometime in January or early February, and then we start the weekly podcast on and on until the end of the season. And we're still kind of working that out. But honestly, we wanted to kind of just make sure that we let you guys know that we're we're still here. We're okay. We have not been abducted or kidnapped or anything else like that.
we haven't entered a portal. We're not in the portal.
That's a great way to put it, Kevin. Kevin and I have not entered the transfer portal. We are still alive and kicking and around Charlotte baseball and in the stands and so on and so forth. But I guess the way to put it, Kevin, is that just there's been a lot of life that's kind of maybe taken up some time for us that we would normally have used for podcasting and the kind of things that we do. I'll start. I'll let you talk about a few of your things with your kids and their ball careers and stuff like that. But I'll start. I'm doing a little bit of I guess my role around the Hayes has changed a little bit. I've kind of taken on some volunteer responsibilities with the baseball program. I guess sort of an ambassador kind of role, which I'm happy to do and privileged and honored to help out. But I am spending a little bit more time on other things lately. So if you've noticed on the Twitter feed, like the in-game tweets and stuff like that, much slower because there's just other stuff going on in the stadium, particularly pregame and in the early innings. So if you're at the Hayes, you'll see me. I'm there. But yeah, there's probably not as much tweeting going on during the games. But hey, Charlotte baseball, Joe Templin, they do a great job. The Charlotte BSB on Twitter is a great way to get your score updates anyway. And as far as this, we're going to work out some schedule. We're going to figure it out. But we just kind of got the itch tonight and wanted to jump on and talk Charlotte baseball. So that's a little bit about what I've had going on. Kevin, you want to bring everybody up to speed with
Yeah,
you?
just the normal dad life. We got two boys. One's playing basketball and baseball at this point, and getting ready to crank up on high school season with the other. So we been busy, just like normal. Been busy. The baseball season started, and it won't end until November. So
Now,
we're
wait a
in it.
minute. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Now, what was the big news out of the Harvard household this week?
Dylan made the high school team, so he's a
Yeah,
freshman on the Cox Mill team this year, and it's pretty exciting for him. He's worked hard for it, so yeah, he's ready to go. He's a high school athlete now, student
yeah.
athlete.
First of all, I mean, you're old enough to have a high schooler, and second of all, he's a freshman and just made his JV high school team at Cox Mill High School, Concord, North Carolina. So that's pretty awesome. So congrats to Dylan.
Thanks. He's excited. Ready to get going. It starts this week.
Maybe we're gonna start tweeting about Cox Mill High School JV baseball games. I don't know.
Probably not. Probably not.
No,
But,
no.
you may
We've
see
got
a few tweets from my personal account, maybe.
that, and then we'll retweet them. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So yeah, everything's good. I mean, we've been fine. It's just been busy. You
And
know,
another thing I'll throw in here, Nick, is Nick had an instrumental role with the first pitch dinner, getting that he had a lot to do with all that stuff leading up to the season. So we kind of put our show and stuff on the back burner a little bit to get that event up and running. That was a great event for all those that attended. They'll probably agree with that. Nick did a great job of being the MC once again, and a lot of stuff behind the scenes that he was involved in uh, leading up to
there
that as
was a
well.
lot of heavy lifting behind the first pitch dinner this year. But I gotta say, Kevin, and it's got nothing to do with me. That man, we've had 5 coaches in program history, and 4 of them were with us. Coach Bartley was unfortunately able to come down from Pennsylvania. He wanted to be there so badly, but we had Coach Robinson, Coach Edmonds, Coach Hibbs, and obviously Coach Woodard, all at the same place at the same time for a Q&A at first pitch dinner. You know, it was an awesome night. I mean, it was just honored the 2011 team, saw guys that we had not seen in forever. And so it's a great night.
It was, and yeah, I'd say it's a historic night. Not many programs can have 4 to 5, all but one of the head coaches in attendance in the same building, same room, same time. So,
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody that helped us make that happen. That was it. That took a lot of help and a lot of effort. Sarah Four from the university side kind of ran that event, and I was just happy to be able to help her. And awesome night. So that was January 23rd. So yeah, there was a lot going on with that. But hey, man, let's turn the page from all that. We're here. We're still locked in. We're still engaged. Let's talk some Niner baseball, because you and I were watched some ball this weekend, last weekends, and we're 4-3, 7 games in, which is respectable. But more than anything, more than the record, Kevin, I just think we've learned a few things over these 7 games. There's been some good results, been some frustration in there as well. But I kind of what I'm starting to see, check in with you here, but kind of what I'm starting to see as a team that's finding its way. We're starting to see the lineup and the rotation kind of come together, and I don't know. I'm optimistic. Maybe it's just me, and I stay optimistic with Charlotte baseball, but I like what we're seeing so far.
Right. I think we're still trying to figure out what we got, and we brought back a lot. We brought back a lot from last year, and brought in some key pieces. to the mix this year, and I think we've had 7 different lineups and 7 different games.
Yeah.
Um, got guys playing a couple different positions. We switched around a couple positions. Uh,
Hmm.
we've had 2 weekends. We've had 2 different um, starting rotations.
Hmm.
Um, uh, just trying to see what we got, and looks like it's like you said, it's starting to settle in, and we're about even now. You mean what, 4-3? A good
4-3.
big sweep over Wright State this weekend. They're a pretty good team. Um, I think Clemson is still undefeated. We lost to them during midweek, and then San Diego. I thought the only game they had lost was to us going into
Yeah.
today, I believe. Yeah, they're 5-1. They beat they went beat Long Beach State at their place last week and uh, swept Utah and Creighton this weekend. I got wins over them, but yeah, the only loss they have is us.
Yeah. Um, this schedule, we have talked about the staff scheduling philosophy over the years. And we have really played some doozies as far as just strength of schedule over the years. This one, if you look at the schedule, you might be tempted to say, "Oh, it's maybe not as strong a schedule as been in the past," but it's really misleading. What might be, and there are brand names on the schedule, but there's no weekend at Arkansas kind of series. So maybe that's a little deceptive as far as like the strength of schedule. But that San Diego team, they're going to win a lot of ball games. Wright State is going to be extremely competitive in their league. I mean, they had already gotten a win from Georgia. Um, you know, we're going to Old Dominion next weekend. Um, Old Dominion is always strong. Um, we've got South Carolina on the schedule. We've got 2 games with Virginia on the schedule. We've got Chapel Hill on the schedule. So the strength of schedule is there. The brands are there, but maybe some of these weekends just aren't as like we said. There's no they got to go to Arkansas kind of weekend. But this is not an easy schedule, and it's gonna test us.
Right. Once again, the staff has put us in a position to get an at-large with this
Yeah,
schedule. Um,
yeah,
and if we play the right way or uh, take care of our business, then it'll put us in a good position to get an at-large at the end of the season. Um,
yeah. That's a great way to put it. This is an at-large bid kind of schedule. The SOS is going to work out fine. Some of these early bumps while we're figuring things out, we're just all as always. You're going to need a few things to break your way and to work out right. But yeah, I like the schedule. I like the challenge. And like we said, going on the road for first road series this weekend in Norfolk, which is a place that it seems like we have played 100 games at since.
it's new. It's a new venue this year, right?
Well, sort of. What I have been told. So, for those of you who don't know, we have played. Going back to Conference USA, we have played Old Dominion a lot. What year was that, Kevin? Was that 20? Was that 22 or 21 when we played them 8 straight games?
21, 8
That
straight.
was the
Yeah.
21 season because we were playing the 4 game. That was 21. Yeah, the
It was
COVID.
four. It was 8 games in 10 days. Yeah, or eight
Yeah,
games in 9 days, something like
yeah.
that.
We're playing the 4 game weekends because of COVID. We literally played. Um, we literally played 4 games against Old Dominion at the Hayes, and then immediately went there and played them 4 more times. So that
Yeah.
was wild. But they're getting a new ballpark. In fact, Old Dominion did not play a road game last season at all.
Home game.
I mean, yeah, sorry, a home game. They played completely a road schedule. And they have been talking about building this new ballpark forever and ever and ever. And it finally went under construction last year, but it's not done. So what I've been told, I'm going up there, so I'll report back. I'll report back on what I find. But what I've been told is that all the seating is out in left field, and that the teams won't even be occupying the dugouts. That there's just sort of like a, I don't know if it's going to be like Little League, where there's a bench out there and you line up in batting order, or what. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, the stadium, deservedly so. They definitely deserve a new stadium. What they had to work with was not very amenable to the kind of program that they are. In fact, remember a few years ago, Kevin, they got a 1 seed and they had to travel to South Carolina as a 1 seed.
That's right. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, they were in Columbia for that regional.
Yeah. So
wasn't that 21? That was 21, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, they hosted in Columbia. So good for them. Good on Coach Finwood and that program for getting their stadium. It's just not quite ready, but yeah, sounds like we're going to be sitting out in the outfield. I hear the beer garden is also out of commission until construction's over. So yeah, I know. I'll report back. I'll tell you. I'll get boots on the ground. Tell you what I see. But yeah, looking forward to getting up there this weekend. But let's talk about we're gonna get to the pitching because we've got some things to talk about there. But let's talk about the offensive side of things because how about if we had done a preseason show, right? What we would have predicted is that after 2 weekends, Spinny Lou, Spencer Nolan, would be leading us in average at 423, right? That's exactly what we would have predicted.
Yeah, you and I probably would have. But no.
Well, I mean, we are big Spencer Nolan fans. We have never attempted to hide that. But yeah, I mean, Spencer Nolan has been a revelation with his offensive production this year. You saw glimpses of it last year. He was actually quite clutch for us, but he is holding down center field, and now he's batting over 400 through 7 games. But he homered at Clemson. He hit the walk off this weekend against
Wright State.
Crap, who do we just play? Wright State. I've already forgotten their name against Wright State. Just on tear right now, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, he's the most tenured Niner we have. He's been here since his freshman year. I mean, that's a rarity in this day and age of the portal and all that free moving players. But yeah, he's been here the longest. He's and longest tenured Niner. He's worked hard, and he's definitely a contributor. He had a great week this week. Great week.
Yeah, in this age of the transfer portal, which the portal gives and takes away, but the student athlete movement, Spencer Nolan, we've got 3 guys. I was thinking about 3 guys in particular that really were outstanding for us this weekend against Wright State. One being Spencer, but also Joseph Taylor and then Wesley Jones. All 3 high school signees, and all 3 from the state of North Carolina. Wesley being actually from Charlotte, but that's 3 in-state high school kids that have played their careers here and are helping carry the load here this year. So that's the more stories we can get like that, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Yep. It doesn't happen often anymore, but hey, they chose Charlotte out of high school, and they've all had great careers so far up to this point. Spencer's been here for a long time.
Yeah. So awesome stuff to see. Let's see. We're getting some. Look at here, Kevin. We're getting used to using this live here. There are YouTube comments coming in here. So John Bogo 7. Yeah. outfield seating. Nice to see the sweep against Wright State. Plate discipline, strong pitching key to Niners Friday win. Yeah. There's been some great plate discipline. You love to see it. Kevin, I love a good discipline at bat. I love that. There's nothing better. I'm okay. I get excited even when we make an out. Like if we make a pitcher throw 8 pitches, for an at bat, I'm still excited. I'm like, yeah, okay, we keep doing that. That's going to add up. That's going to, the deeper we can get into that, start on Friday, and the deeper you get into that bullpen as the weekend goes on, the better things tend to get.
Right, and it's an unselfish thing to do what it takes to get on base. Do what it takes to wear that pitcher out, where the other starting pitcher out and get to their pin. It's a team game, and you kind of it's unselfish for players to um, take the walk sometimes. Sometimes it's tough to take those, but play discipline will pay off.
I love that. Cody Gunderson is on a tear start this season. His OPS is only 1469. I think that seems like that's good. DiMartino, new addition, UNC Wilmington. Alex hitting 318 now, but his own percentage is 516. His plate discipline has been awesome. Robert Nedry's hitting 304. So is Cale Strickland. Cale Strickland, we've been blessed, honestly, Kevin, with the guys we've had behind the plate over the last 5-6 years, and going all the way back to Aaron McKeithen and Caden Hobson and then Poe last year. And I like what Cale Strickland is bringing to the table right now with his bat and behind the plate. He's got enough. He's a good receiver, and he's got enough arm to keep runners honest.
Yeah, and he hosed the guy at third today, man. I can't believe they ran in that situation. But yeah, they did, and he was out by a mile. This staff likes to have they value the defensive side of the catching position. They value being able to win strikes and save runs. So and he definitely fits that mold. And on the offensive side, he's a major contributor, as we see so far.
Yeah. Pull hitter. It seems like some vivid memories of him pulling the ball down the left field line. Maybe they're playing him a shade over, and he rips it down the left field line. And I love that. Speaking of pulling the ball, Dawson Bryce hit another Oppo Taco today. Dawson, I'm trying to now when we talk about opposite field power, Dave McCabe comes to mind as far as opposite field power in a Niners uniform. But Dawson is he's making a bid for it because it seems like when he really gets into one, he's going opposite field.
Right. Yeah. I go back to last year when we were at Truist, and you and I were sitting up on the home run porch up there in right field, and the next thing we know, we're almost getting hit with a Dawson Bryce home run ball up there. Almost left the stadium. If it hadn't been for a rail or two, that ball would have left the stadium. But
remember they put that netting up out there to keep balls from going into the street. That ball that he hit was going into Romeo Bearden Park. Against Eastern.
I forgot.
And that was awesome. That was a great night. But Dawson's going to be Dawson. And he's playing short now. You kind of alluded to that earlier. Dawson started the season at third, but is playing short with Jimenez moving from short over to third. It seems to be working out right now. I kind of like the move. Dawson's got the glove and the range to play over there. Let's see how it plays out, but I kind of like it right now.
Yeah, and as much as we shift, you really need um, that skill set plays all over the field for us. Because we're shifting so much. Our shortstop's playing behind second base a lot. Um, so uh, it's kind of interchangeable position, third and short for us.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's a great
yeah,
point. It's a
it,
great
it was
point.
great to have Dawson back. One of the preseason things had a list of top returning guys, and he was on it for us. But good to hang on to him um, and have him back. Preseason conference player of the year, um, so deservedly so. He's going to be in the running for sure at the end of the year.
Yeah. Switching over to the pitching side of things. Um, I talked to Joseph Taylor this morning, and I asked him if he thought that Saturday's game, or sorry, Friday's game against Wright State was his most dominant performance as a Niner, uh, and he thought so. He thought it was, but what do you think he was? What do you think the first thing he pointed out was about that outing, Kevin? If you had to guess.
I don't know. Did he strike out the first batter?
Well, he did, and I said, yeah, man, you had 8 strikeouts, and he quickly countered with, yeah, 1 walk. I got to clean that up. that's JT though. I'm excited about what he did, and he's thinking about, yeah, but I walked a guy. But by the way, right now he's sitting there. He on the season, he has 16 strikeouts and 1 walk. So 16 to 1 ratio, strikeout to walk in 8.2 innings of work.
Yeah,
So
I'll take that. Take that all day, every day. And we've seen him in a kind of a little bit different role, I guess you'd say. He's early relief. He's come in and gone a long stretch in those two
yeah,
relief appearances, and um, we're kind of used to seeing him late in games, but he's proven valuable in the early innings and going to distance. So went through 70 some pitches in both games that he's pitched in this year, both on Friday nights. So be interested
JT
to see
was
how.
untouchable this weekend against Wright State. I mean, he was good against San Diego too, but the Wright State, he was just he was in another place. It's like they weren't even hitting foul balls off of him.
Yeah,
I mean, they had you remember he came in with the bases loaded, 2 outs.
right.
He entered the game, and first batter he just went 1, 2, 3, and then went in the dugout.
Yeah,
he threw 3 pitches, struck the guy out, and then just walked off.
yeah, that was big time. That was a key moment because the momentum was starting to shift a little bit in their direction. And yeah, he just came in and slammed the door shut pretty much on that game. Um, and the Niners went on to win that, obviously. But yeah, he high leverage situation. That was a high leverage situation. Um,
Absolutely, it
and
didn't
he's
phase
he's
me.
going to be he's going to be used in that role quite a bit this season.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what's going to happen with that. I mean, we'll see what Coach Woodard and what Woody and Hanson cook up. But I mean, do you think about starting him? I know they like him out of the pen, but do you think about it? I don't know. It's got to be on the table. Drew Munn has looked good as a starter. Wesley Jones looked phenomenal as a starter today, Sunday against Wright State. If you go, if you're talking Munn, Taylor, and Jones, they may not want to do that, but it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we go back to what we brought back this year. I mean, we brought quite a few innings back. A lot of those innings were bullpen innings, and a lot of those guys have starting, like Chase Carson. He was a starter at one point. He started
Yep.
quite a few games for us. Um,
Yep.
we got a very deep. I think we have a very deep staff on paper for sure. Um, and then yeah, go ahead.
Well, there's a lot of pieces there. I'm not sure where they all fit yet, and I don't think
Right.
anybody is. But if we've learned anything about this staff, especially with the pitching and Coach Woodard, Woody's not afraid to mix it up
Right.
and make changes and make tweaks and think non-conventional and the whole thing. So whatever needs to happen, he's going to figure out what that is. I mean, that's what he's shown us.
Right. He's always 2 or 3 steps ahead of everything.
Well, I think it's just the willingness to keep hammering away at it until he gets it right. We've all watched our favorite teams in various sports and leagues seemingly not be willing to, oh, this is going to work, and they keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's not really how this staff does it. They're willing to make the change when it needs to happen. So we'll see how it plays out. But you got AJ Camp is looked good so far. Eddie Copper, the transfer from South Carolina, is showing some nice stuff. Adam Stanton has contributed already, and Adam's been here for a few years, so he's a veteran. Adam Baker's a newcomer that I think we're going to see a good bit of. On the back end, Ryan Combs, transfer that sort of has a unique changeup that he likes to throw. There's just a lot of moving pieces here, and I'm interested to see more and see how it comes together.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces, a lot of options out there, a lot of buttons to push, and um, the staff's figuring out which buttons they need to be pushing more often than not.
Yeah, Chase Oxborough did a nice job today in Game 3 against Wright State. So, there's just a number of guys, and we'll see who steps up and how it goes. But I don't know, man. I am, Kevin, I'm always wanting to, wait and see how it plays out. But I'm liking this team so far. I wasn't exactly sure exactly what it would all look like, coming into the season. I liked through the fall, liked the pieces, wasn't sure how they were going to fit together. But I kind of like what we're seeing.
Yeah, I felt I didn't see him much in the fall as I'd like to, or in the preseason, but I saw him last weekend, and in last weekend results weren't what we wanted, but I still felt like we had a really good team. We had a lot of good pieces um, in place, and we are. Uh, I think we're in good shape this season.
Yeah, I mean, we could have just as easily won that series as we lost it last weekend against San Diego. But they made the plays that we didn't. But it wasn't a case of looking at their team feeling like we were overmatched. That certainly was not the case. So I think that we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna learn from it. But new group of guys, a lot of returners, but adding new key pieces. They're kind of learning to compete together, and that's what a good out of conference schedule does for you. Give you those opportunities, but give you those challenges, and make you respond. And that's what I love about. That's what I love about the length of a baseball season, Kevin. You get those 56 games, and you get to watch it. With a football season, you only get those 12 opportunities. And if you don't come out of the gate, kind of by week 3, you're kind of looking at it, you're going, man, we either are or we are not, whatever. But the baseball season, that the length of it, the number of opportunities you get, the amount of data points you get allows you to watch the team evolve over the season. And I don't know. I enjoy the process.
Yeah, day to day. It's day to day, man. It's and you can't really get too high, too low, especially after one weekend or so. But um, it's a long season. It's a long season.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. We could go, and we said we weren't going to do this. We could go on and on and on. Heck, there's so many things we haven't talked about, but I think we're just going to kind of wrap it up here. Heck, Kevin, the 49ers, we're apparently officially naming a new athletic director this week. We didn't even talk about that. We've been without an athletic director since October.
Our last show.
Yeah.
Almost.
Since then, that the news broke over this weekend. I don't know. You sent it to me. That was Saturday morning. I think Pete Thamel broke the news on Saturday morning that we're hiring Kevin White from Clemson. Looks like a good resume, fundraiser, lots of, experience with IPTAY. I mean, when you're talking fundraising, IPTAY is one of the preeminent fundraising organizations, one of the OGs of foundations. It looks great. I can't wait to find out what happens. But gosh, we could talk about that for another little bit. But hey, as baseball season plays out, we'll start to learn some things about what Kevin White wants the future to look like.
Yeah. And we're going to have several opportunities to have guests on as well. Looking forward to getting a few players and introducing to the fan base, I guess you'd say, giving them opportunity to tell their story. So we've got a lot to cover this season. A couple things, exciting things on the horizon. We're playing the Virginia Cavaliers. We're hosting them at the Hayes, and then on that Wednesday night, we are hosting them at Kannapolis, the minor league ballpark in K-Town. That's pretty exciting. Having a 2-game midweek series against Virginia first off, and then having one in a minor league park. So speaking of tough schedule, it's another great opponent, quality opponent to bring to town.
Those two midweek weeks always. I mean, that tests everybody's bullpen. You're talking about 5 games in a week. You're gonna if you don't have the depth that you need, it's going to show up. It's going to show up on Wednesday. So it's a great time for a challenge.
That's right. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get on the road, and I'm excited to see how this team develops.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to wrap it up here. We really did. We're going to get you, like Kevin said, we're going to get you interviews. We're going to bring players on. We still have all these intended to do all that. We wanted to get to go on record and put ourselves on camera to show there's out there. We got a lot of feedback in the ballpark, particularly this weekend. Like basically to the point of, hey, when are you gonna get back on the air? And so we're like, okay, we need to do this. So spur of the moment, decided to jump on live. No producer Brad to shepherd us and watch over us. We just decided to jump on and talk some Charlotte baseball on a Sunday night.
A lot of peer pressure.
A lot of peer pressure. You know, when we were in school, we were those kids that caved to peer pressure, and it's obviously we still are. So peer pressure works on us, I guess. It's okay. You know,
yeah.
It is what it is. And I'm very happy with this result. So,
yeah.
All right, folks, we're gonna cut it off here. We're out. We're still here. We're still watching. We're still watching for the Niners. We'll be back with you. But if you didn't get a chance to watch this live, you watch it back and send complaints to management about the quality of our performance later. They always love hearing about that. So, all right, for Kevin, this has been Nick. We're out of here. Let's go to Old Dominion and get another series win. And then after that, the following Tuesday for Virginia, Kevin, I guess we'll as they say, hey, go Niners.
That's right. Niners, go Niners.
Go Niners.